You know, I hate going into every game feeling like we're playing a man down. But that's just how it is in the MLS. You always go into every game feeling like the team is up. The other team you're playing is up a man. Because there's always going to be some stupid call. And you know it's coming no matter what game you watch, you know there's going to be something stupid with the referees. And until the MLS, the people in charge, can look at this and say, okay, the quality of the league has finally improved. The support of the league has started to improve. Until they can look at that and see the problem, the referees are a huge problem, things aren't going to change. It's going to be the exact same shit every single game. So let's talk about it. Ambrose should have had a penalty. The guy is coming from behind, clips him, doesn't play the ball, just pretty much bowls him over. No penalty. And some of you might look at that and say, well, it was behind Ambrose, so he wasn't playing the ball either, so it would be a little soft. Okay, let me take that argument, apply it to New England's penalty. That is the softest thing I've ever seen. Kratz loses his footing, he sticks a foot out, doesn't really catch the guy. I mean, you can see his legs, as soon as the challenge comes in, legs drag and then falls over. And sure, the referee has a bad angle of it, but that's where VAR steps in and says, no, that was soft. But the thing is, you have to be consistent. As a referee, you should stay consistent. If Ambrose doesn't get a penalty, that's not a penalty. That's just the case of it. Those are two very similar penalties, very soft on both accounts. So why do we not get one, but they do? Because they're the home team. That's pretty much it. Most referees, unless they're in Atlanta, tend to go with the home teams. And until the professional referee organization, until they can look at it and say, all right, our referees suck, it's going to stay the same. And it's going to ruin the league. It's the one thing about this league that is still terrible. And nobody's saying it. People are saying stuff about it, but nobody in charge is saying anything about it. It's only, the fans are complaining. Now the players have started to complain. The coaches are complaining. But the people in charge don't care because why should they? It doesn't affect them. And that's where the way the system is run, the fact that we have this organization that is its own separate entity that is in charge of all of this stuff, nothing's going to change about it. They're just going to keep saying, oh no, VAR is being implemented properly. Oh no, our referees are not making mistakes, even though they clearly are. So, yeah, the referee today was terrible. There were a few other things. There was a foul on Miguel where he's running into the box and gets taken down right outside the box, even though he's clearly about to be one-on-one on goal. Obviously, it's from a tight angle, so it's not like he's the last player going in. But he's going to be into the box, and the guy takes him down. No yellow card. Okay. Dangerous play, and you stop it with a foul. That's always a yellow card. Williams goes in, flicks the ball, and when he does, there's a guy in front of him. But he flicks it, doesn't really catch the guy, but the guy, of course, falls over like he just got shot. The referee's like, oh, that's a home player, and he's down on the ground, rolling around like a little baby. That must mean you deserve a yellow card. Stupid. Why not actually watch the game and see what happened? See that he flicked the ball, didn't catch the guy. There's no yellow card there. Referees suck. Once again, costing us a goal that we really shouldn't have given up. But with that being said, we do have to look at our team as well and say Barco and Miguel today, they are also ones that cost us the game because there should have been 3 or 4 more goals that we should have put in. Barco especially, I just thought, looking at it, 3 of those that he had should have been goals. There's the one where he's pretty much one-on-one with the keeper and then passes it right at him. There's the other one where Romario flicks him in and he's really one-on-one with the keeper, and all he has to do is just pass to that far corner and he puts it right here on the keeper, and a good arm height as well for the keeper. it's so easy to make the save. And then there was the other one. What? There was another one I'm thinking of. Oh yeah. I think it was the one where he was like in behind. I think it was a flick on from Joseph, and he like tried to pass it around the keeper or something. I don't know. There was another one that I just remember him being 1-on-1 and didn't get the job done pretty much. So he had several chances. Miguel had a couple. There's one where he's pretty much in behind the defender and then blasts it right at the keeper. Then there was another one where he was in behind the defense, and it should have been just as soon as the ball slipped in behind him, it should have been cut across to Joseph, and instead he decides to take a touch, which then gives the defender enough time to get himself behind and block the shot. So yeah, our finishing needs to be better, and it's frustrating. But what makes it even more frustrating is the fact that the referee had to go goof up and then give them a goal to equalize. That's the really frustrating part, because honestly, our defense and keeper today did nothing wrong. I mean, I'll talk about individuals in a second, but overall, our defending was really good. We didn't really give them much of a chance. They hardly got any really good chances off. So the fact that the referee decided to give them a goal out of nothing is really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating that that's how they equalize. That's how they get a point out of this game and take 2 points away from us, is the referee gifts them a goal because they didn't do anything to deserve to get a point out of the game. So anyway, as far as individuals are concerned, Brad in goal, had to make a few decent saves, but overall wasn't really tested. Our back three of Franco, Michael, and Chris all did pretty well. I thought of the three, once again, Michael was the most consistent. Franco definitely had some good challenges here and there, but there are also some moments where you can see he gets beat because he kind of turns off, and then he has to make a last-ditch challenge, similar to Miles Robinson. But I don't know, there are those moments where he does get beat, but I think the difference between him and Miles is he has a lot more speed and acceleration, so he has more of an ability to get back and make the challenge. Chris has done well in that position. I talked about this before, how he's not really that type of player and has had to really slot himself in there, and has done well with the chance. So I was really impressed with the three of them. There were a few moments where it felt like maybe they were going to get a chance off, but they all did well to shut down the chance, to allow our midfield time to get back and help out as well. So overall, I mean, they really didn't have much of a chance. So I was proud of our defense. As far as the wingbacks are concerned, Mikey on the left did okay. Still not quite to the level that I think we need him to be. I mean, between him and Greg, I'm still going with Greg every day of the week. The main thing is his passing at times can be a little bit erratic. There can be moments where it's like he has all these different options and then he just passes it right to the defender. So there are a few moments like that where you can see the mistakes happen. You can see he's still young. But then there are other moments where he does some really good stuff. I thought his runs down the line tonight were pretty good. Defensively, I thought he held his own pretty well. Little gnat in my face. So overall, I thought he did well, but I still think the quality still needs to improve. I think there are moments where the quality shows that he's not quite there. And then Julian on the other side had a few good moments late on in the second half that I wish he had in the first half when Joseph was still out there and working hard. But yeah, I mean, first half was awful. Just nothing from him at all. I can't remember anything productive that he did aside from the cutback, which, to be fair, he just kind of cut it back in the box hoping for the best, and then defenders made a mistake and let Joseph get onto it. So he really didn't provide anything in the first half. And in the second half, after the switch happened between Joseph and Romario, all of a sudden, like, he's on the ball and he's sending in good crosses. But unfortunately, Romario isn't the same quality striker that Joseph is. So he takes some bad touches off of those crosses. I'm just like, where was this when Joseph was in? We needed this earlier. Where were you? So I was really disappointed with him tonight. I thought he just turned on way too late. Into the midfield, Darlington and Jeff once again holding down the midfield very well. Jeff, again, the more defensive one, shutting down the counterattack, really sticking in some good challenges. And then Darlington being more of the turn, distribute, and help our counterattacks. So I really thought there were a couple really good chances that he created for us. just from his passes in behind. I mean, he really weighted the balls well, gave them good chances to get onto it. So I still think his distribution is probably the best part about his game. And once again, it's a reason why he should be playing in midfield on the national team, because he can do that. And then up to the front three, Miguel had some good moments. Honestly, all three of them had some good moments. However, there were also times where I got a little bit frustrated with all three of them. The one I got frustrated with, I think, the most was probably Ezekiel, just because, like I said, he had chances that he should be finishing and didn't. And the more those chances came and the more he didn't finish those chances, I mean, the more I just felt like this is probably not going to end well. You know, all it's going to take is that one chance, and all of a sudden we're going to regret him missing those three big chances. So I realize he's young, and I realize he's still growing as a player. And honestly, his play in the middle of the field is looking good. I mean, the quick turns, getting past the defender, laying the ball off. At times, he looks like he's unstoppable on the ball, and he really does help take a lot of the pressure off whenever he gets into those runs. However, if you're going to be one of those attacking players, if you're going to be one of those players up top that we're going to send the ball through to you and hope you can get on the end of it and finish, you've got to finish. And when we're relying on you to finish, you've got to put the ball away. And if you can't, then lay it off to someone. But the fact that you miss those three chances and now we, end up drawing 1-1, it's very, very frustrating. Miguel got into his, rhythm in the first half, did pretty well to open up some spaces. Second half, when things opened up more, he really started to have a lot of time and started to find that space in behind to threaten the defense. However, there were moments at the end of the game where we're looking for that winning goal now that they've equalized, and he's getting into that selfish play again that I've talked about in the past, where he just starts dribbling past trying to beat 4 or 5 people. Lay it off. You beat the first 3 people, great. Now lay it off to someone. Oh no, you tried 4 and 5. Guess what? You lose the ball there. So I get really frustrated when he gets in that mindset of, I'm going to take on everybody on the field. You've got teammates out there to help you. You've got people making runs for you. You try to take on the extra 1 or 2 more players, you're going to lose the ball. You can't beat everyone on the field, so stop trying. Use your teammates for help. So I was just getting really frustrated with him near the end of the game, but overall, from the first half and majority of the second half, I thought he played well. And then Joseph up top, did well in the finish for sure. There were some moments where I felt like he really was threatening the defense in behind and really pushing them to try to, I guess, be a bit more dangerous and not let them push so high up the field. But for the most part, it just felt like when the ball didn't go to him, he's not going to make the run. He's not going to try to make that run. And that's kind of typical Joseph for you. So I still get frustrated with him and his attitude from time to time. I do think it was a good finish, but I don't know. When that attitude gets going, when you see he's really shut off, I just feel like at that point, you've got to take him off and be like, look, if you're going to get in that attitude, we're just not going to play you. Because we can't have that. We can't have you not providing us anything and just, we need an outlet. Make the run. Oh, you're pissed off because the last ball wasn't good enough? Well, now you're hurting us even more. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I just have a pet peeve, and that's one of those pet peeves. But it gets really, really frustrating when he gets in that mood. And then as far as the subs that came on, Romario was the first one on, came on for Joseph, and that's just, it's a switch that we've seen a few times this season where you can just see he wants to give Romario a chance, and so you bring off your striker for another striker. I still wish we could get a chance to see Romario and Joseph working together up top just to see what that would look like, but for some reason Tata doesn't want to do that. So, and then the other was Kevin came on for Ezekiel, and I still think he's unlucky on the penalty. I don't think it was enough contact to be a penalty. I think he stuck his foot out trying to win the ball. The guy, put himself in front of him, and then as soon as he felt the touch, he went over way too easily. So I hate the fact that he came on and ended up giving away a penalty that wasn't. But I thought overall his work rate, especially after that, nearly ended up scoring a winning goal at the other side. He provides quite a bit whenever he gets out there. He always works hard and does everything he can whenever he's in the middle. So I do appreciate his work rate, and I do think he was unlucky on the penalty. So all in all, I mean, we were the better team. We deserved to win, and once again, the story is going to be the refs and how terribly VAR is going right now. Because, I mean, while VAR wasn't actually implemented, you could also say that is the problem in this game, is that it wasn't implemented. There are 2 points of talking whenever it comes to VAR. Penalties are supposed to be something you're supposed to look at least I think. And they didn't look at it. They didn't try to see. So I'm really frustrated that things aren't changing. You know, the referees are still terrible. The center referee, I mean, and I've said this in the past before, it's not just the VAR, it's also the referees on the field. They're making dumb decisions as well. This is another example of a referee in the center who just isn't watching the game. You know, misses the first penalty, sees something that isn't there for the second one, gives some crap yellow card, doesn't give a yellow card that is deserved, and it's all one way. You know, it's all mistakes our way. And of course, that could just be because I'm a fan, I'm biased, but I'm also intelligent when it comes to the sport, and I can see when mistakes are being made, and mistakes are being made on the referee's side of things. So nothing much we can do as long as the professional referee organization continues to say that their referees are not in the wrong and that they're perfect human beings. Things are going to stay this way. So unfortunately, it's something we're going to have to deal with. So the only thing I can say is we've got to finish our chances, because we know the referees are going to try to take some away, and they're also going to give the other team some. So that's just the fact of the matter. We've got to start putting away our chances any chance we can, to not allow the referees to have any sort of effect on the game. So anyway, all that being said, those are my opinions on this game. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What were your thoughts on this game? Let me know. We can talk about and discuss all the good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe, feature Atlanta United reviews, and I'll see you guys in the next game. Peace out.